Raditz is a character that needs no introduction. Despite his limited appearance in the series, he has had a cult following through the years of Dragon Ball's history. Many What If creators, myself included, have pondered the question of what if he had had more of a mainstay in the series, and in more recent times, I've explored if he had stayed evil and continued his route through that means. However, today's story is the original of the entire channel, and one where he becomes a goody-good in his own way. It's what if Raditz fought Goku at Kame House. And that change in scenery led to a more well-founded respect for his brother, as well as a larger disdain for Vegeta. Now, if you're new to this channel, part 1 is right above my head. Go check that out for me, and leave a like and subscribe. It helps out immensely. In our last part, we saw the beginning of the Goku Black arc. However, it was with a twist. Instead of Goku, it was Vegeta. Being the person who had utilized God Ki to the strongest extent, at least to the observance of Zamasu, he had decided to steal Vegeta's body rather than Goku's. And, to make matters worse, the entire Dragon Team wasn't present on Earth when he arrived. You see, Vegeta, Goku, and other powerful fighters are investigating the disappearance of Granolah, trying to track him down, and their destination? The planet Cereal. Let's continue. Vegeta and the others weren't prepared for the devastation they witnessed on the surface of planet Cereal. Up in orbit, they had read no life signs, and saw that it had clearly gone through a little bit of damage, but they did not expect the extent that they were currently viewing. Ah, man. This place is in even worse shape than the last time I was here, said Bardock. Yes, you've been here before. I heard your scouter readings years ago, the audio recordings that you put onto it. You've been to this planet. Tell me what you know about it. Oh, that scatter managed to survive, huh? I guess I'll give you all the details anyway. Years ago. Well, even more than my lifespan, considering I was dead for most of it. I came here to conquer this planet long ago, and it's where I ended up fighting Elec and the rest of his family, learning about the destruction of planet Vegeta coming. Honestly, this is the place that kinda changed my outlook in life. What was left of it, that is. You see, there was a family here, a mother and her child, and the mother died. So this Cerulean boy, he was taken in by this elder Namekian, and I had to protect them. So I fought their ringleader Gas, and ended up managing to escape with my life. Hold on a second, interjected Piccolo. Are you telling me that you knew about Granolah the entire time? Well, until I figured out the location that we were going to, I had no idea. It's a big universe. There could be 2 people named Granolah. I absolutely did not know, but once we landed here, I figured it was worth mentioning. Vegeta was listening intently, but suddenly, something clicked in his head. He was talking about Elec and his family, including Gas. This is not good news. Hold on a second. You're talking about Elec, Gas, and the others? We had a run-in with them years ago on Earth. They were fully aware of the Dragon Balls as well. I think Monado had one on display in his home on New Namek. Is it really true that Monado had a set of his own? Yeah, it's his set I made the wish on. Vegeta nodded with a cold realization coming over him. Chances were, Granolah and Monado never made it to wherever they were going for. They were probably located by Elec and the others, and captured, possibly even tortured, looking for the second Dragon Ball in the set. Back on Earth, Goku and Raditz were staring up at Vegeta Black, who had just made threats at them. The ki they felt certainly didn't feel right. Raditz was continuing to wonder if it was indeed a shapeshifter, but they didn't have a lot of time to debate on it. Did you worms hear me? I'm challenging you to a battle. Get up here and fight me now. That cocky attitude certainly does sound like Vegeta, but I can tell you're not him at all. Kakarot, let me take care of him alone. Goku nodded and Raditz immediately began to charge in. He briefly debated whether or not he should go Super Saiyan Blue or use his Super Saiyan 4 Limit Breaker state. However, he decided to start off with Super Saiyan Blue, trying to test the waters. Seeing as though he didn't know anything about his foe, or the fact that his foe already had a lot of knowledge of him, he believed that he could keep Super Saiyan 4 Limit Breaker on the back burner and use it as a backup plan to catch him off guard. He entered into the battle in Super Saiyan Blue and found himself to be in the upper hand. Vegeta Black was getting dragged around like a ragdoll and had no answer to any of Raditz's attacks. Raditz actually started to find it amusing too, much to the frustration of Vegeta Black. The way God Ki is utilized is different in this body from in my own. When I took it, I assumed that I'd just be able to assume my master form, blurted out Vegeta Black in a fit of rage. So, you stole Vegeta's body? Ha 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 ha! You did the Ginyu trick! You fool! Ginyu?
The one who did a body-switching technique in that massive battle of yours weeks ago. Don't make me laugh. My will is much more divine than a mortal such as that.
Divine or not, it doesn't sound like anything special to me. I suppose I'll just have to kill you, and then wish for Vegeta to get his own body back later. Vegeta Black's eyes widen as he witnessed Raditz start to charge up a double Sunday attack, clearly intent on killing him. He didn't seem to care at all that he had the body of someone that he regarded as a friend. He seemed like he was very well set on killing him. Raditz launched the double Sunday attack, but before it landed, another rift opened up, and Goku Black was seemingly sucked directly through it against his will. But, much to his luck, because it saved his life. Raditz powered down and returned to the ground to find that Trunks had regained consciousness and had witnessed part of the battle at hand.
What you heard from him was the truth. He stole the body of my father and started wreaking havoc on our world. I don't even know how. I never had the chance to revive him in my timeline. So, he must have come here from a different one. Possibly even this one. Have you seen him?
Well, no, actually. I tried to feel his presence on planet Vegeta, but he was nowhere to be found. But there's nothing for you to worry about right now, Trunks. Look at you. You really need rest right now.
Did you just say planet Vegeta? What has been going on in this universe?
Trunks inquired, but it was more of a rhetorical question. He had conceded that Goku was correct and opted to go ahead and rest for a little bit. He had been through a lot. In fact, he had just witnessed the death of his own mother from his timeline, so it was jarring to see Bulma in this timeline. He filled them in on the situation, about how they had been rebuilding and things had been going very well in the future timeline, but suddenly, one day, this person, Vegeta Black, showed up and started wreaking havoc with someone by his side, someone that appeared to be a Kai. He knew of the Kais because Shin had showed up to train him to help face against Majin Buu in his own timeline. The fight had been brutal as well, and a very close call. Trunks managed to unlock Super Saiyan 2 prior to their arrival, but the fight against Deborah proved to be too tough to face on his own, and it led to the death of both Kibito and Shin. He mentioned that the two foes seemed pleased at the fact that Shin had passed, as if he was a roadblock of some sorts, even though he didn't have much physical power. Nevertheless, they took this very seriously. Goku decided to go and secure Shin to make sure that he was alright, and Raditz went ahead and called upon Beerus as well to try and get some answers. Beerus was still very mad at Goku about the Zeno situation, and when he arrived and learned that there was time-traveling meddling going around, he was infuriated. He charged up an attack there and then, ready to destroy the planet Earth and all time travelers in the process, but Whis managed to calm him down, and after he heard Trunks out, he started to understand the situation a little bit more, and was a bit relieved as well, because this future timeline, it had been the one to suffer the wrath of a world without gods, and with them knowing this knowledge, maybe it could be stopped in this very timeline, preserving his life.
Very well, let me ask you something, boy. That one that looks like a Kai, is he by chance wearing a ring? Well, yeah, now that you mention it, not only does he have the earrings that Shin was wearing, but he's also got a ring that he's always wearing too.
Beerus nodded in acknowledgement and added that information to what he already knew. He remembered that during the battle, other universes had been watching. One of the people that had been watching may have been a Kai from a different world, and one that didn't like that mortals were using God Ki.
Very well. Based on the description you've given me of this Kai, I think I may have a theory. Whis, we're heading to Universe 10.
Hold on a second, Beerus, that sounds like a lot of fun. Can I go?
Can you go? I have half a mind to kill you right now! You're staying here on Earth. Your brother Raditz, however, he can come if he likes.
Lord Beerus, you should probably bring one of the Saiyans with you, so you should make it with Raditz mandatory. The reason being that if you have a theory that a Kai over there is disdainful towards these Saiyans, then you might want him present to see a reaction from him.
That's a good point, Whis. Raditz, you're coming with us. Let's go.
Whis, Beerus, Raditz, and Shin made their way for Universe 10, and that's where we'll be leaving things for right now. Hey guys, I'm recording this bit a little bit after the fact because those of you that are continuing to watch this series are pretty steady fans of mine. I want to let you know a little something. I'm currently writing a book. When I started this channel, I had so many ideas in mind, and I put a lot of them on the back burner. For a time, I was working on a card game, and that card game had lore that I just hadn't put to pages yet. And Making all these stories, these Dragon Ball What Ifs, have really inspired me and improved my storytelling skills considerably. So, I started at it. If you guys are interested in hearing a little bit more about that, let me know in the comments. I'm just genuinely curious to see if that's something you'd be into. It is a fantasy book. If you guys like the Goku Black arc, check out this one where Trunks and Goten time travel, where the story just now entered the same arc as well. And I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.